Hello everyone, we are TP Cloud. Welcome to TP Cloud's channel, where we share useful information about technology, especially in the field of cloud computing. Today, the topic we are going to talk about is a very interesting feature built into the VMware vCloud director. It is known as Affinity Rules. This feature is currently being offered to our customers by TP Cloud in collaboration with VMware. And it doesn't take long for us to get started with what this feature is. Let's start. First, we need to know what Affinity Rule is. Let's take a small example from the model below. We have 4 hosts on the workload cluster, and there will be many VM on these hosts. We will call some of them VM01, VM02, and VM03. Currently, these 3 VM are scattered across different hosts, and imagine that they are 3 components that make up an application like Web Applications Database and Web Services, and require very low latency. It is really a bad idea that each component resides on a different host because the latency is very high. The Affinity Rule was created to solve this problem. It will force the applied VM to be together on the same host. This will minimize the latency between VM. And what happens if this host fails? Usually the DRS feature automatically moves these VM to the remaining hosts and automatically performs the balancing. However, with the Affinity Rule, all of this VM will be transferred to the same host, although the performance of this host will be greatly increased. We already know about Affinity Rules. And now we will learn about a feature completely opposite to Affinity Rules. VMware calls this feature Anti-Affinity Rules. And it is also built into VMware vCloud director. Basically, Anti-Affinity Rules will not allow the applied VM to be on the same host. Imagine you have 2 VM that needs high performance or 2 VM that are being redundant or running fault tolerance. It will be terrible if these 2 VM are on the same host and this host fails. Then, it will take some time for the system to move these 2 VM to another host. However, with Anti-Affinity Rule, these 2 VM cannot be on the same host. Therefore, when the host fails, immediately the other host is still active and the VM that is on the faulty host will be moved to another host that does not contain the remaining VM. This will allow the system to operate seamlessly and uninterruptedly, while ensuring high performance at all times. Recently, we have been introduced to the concepts of Affinity Rules and Anti-Affinity Rules. Now let's take a small test to see how they actually work. Let's start. Welcome to TP Cloud Hand-on Lab. We will now implement the Affinity Rule and Anti-Affinity Rules features. First, we will log into a tenant. As you can see, we have 2 VApp, Contoso VApp 01 and Contoso VApp 02. And in these 2 VApps, we have 3 VM, Contoso VApp 02 VM 01, Contoso VApp 01 VM 02, and Contoso VApp 01 VM 01. Now, will we log into vCenter to see where these VM servers are located? This is vCenter. We have 4 hosts, VC Cluster 01 ESXi 01, Cluster 01 ESXi 02, ESXi 03, and 4. Currently, VApp 01 VM 01 are placed in host ESXi 02. VApp01 VM02 are placed in host ESXi04 and VApp02 VM01 are placed in ESXi03. Now we will proceed to create affinity rules in tenant interface. Give name for affinity rule. And select all VM you want to apply affinity rule. Click Save and wait for the rule to be created. And now, let's go back to vCenter and see what happens. Now you can see the task, Migration VM by System. And let's check where these VM servers are located now. Amazingly, all three VM automatically moved to put on the same host, VC cluster 01 ESXi02. And now I will show you what vCloud Director did vCenter. It created a host rule on vCenter with the condition that keep virtual machine together. We will now simulate a situation where this host VC cluster 01 ESXi02 failure by turning it off. All three VM are no longer here. Let's check to see where they went. Great, all of them have been moved to host VC cluster 01 ESXi01, all of them. Finally, check the DRS history. We have just tested the affinity rules feature. Now, we will test the anti-affinity rule feature. I will delete the previously created affinity rule. Go back to vCenter and check where they are located. Good, they are all on VC cluster 01 ESXi01. Going back to the tenant interface, I will create an anti-affinity rule. Go back to vCenter and see what happens. Great, VApp01 VM01 has been moved to ESXi04 host, VApp01 VM02 to ESXi03 host, and VApp02 VM01 to ESXi01 host. They are no longer together. Now I will simulate the case of host VC cluster 01 ESXi01 failure. Wait and see where VApp02 VM01 on this host will be moved. It has disappeared from ESXi01 host. And amazingly, it was moved to ESXi02 host, not the other two. Let's take a look again where these VM are located. And let's to check DRS history. Thus, through this small test, we have understood and seen how affinity rules and anti-affinity rules work. Thank you for watching TP Cloud channel. If you are looking for a professional cloud service provider, contact us at the website www.tpcloud.vn. Thank you.